don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell. It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead,
온도가 너무 높다.
let me tell you what happened that day.
온도가 너무 높아요.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
이거 상당히 높은데? 오를 눌러 현재부터.
You heard that. You can stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
경험치했다. 레벨을 새로운 능력.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Fire at will!
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
올라가네.
Show yourself!
링컨 카운트.
Watch out! God damn it, he's right behind!
사용할 수 있는 스킬 포인트. 원하는 직업군. 건슬링건, 쌍권총, 레인저, 장거리, 상향꾼, 백병전. 장거리, 백병전의 전문가. 쌍권총. 쌍권총 장거리로 가는 중. 교전하는 동안 시간 진행 늦춰짐. 장총 한 손목이.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
What incarnation?
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
생각보다 꽤 많네?
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
What's your plan?
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
이분이 어디야?
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
You'll all be
And like
dead,
that,
you
I was
bastards.
inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I
Get in and
found
ran
Billy
in the
and
trap.
Charlie Baldry.
I'm putting you down. How about that? Huh?
진짜 서부뽕 난다.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
얘를 라이프.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Where the hell Garrett get to? Beef him. We've got company. Shoot that
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Where'd he come from?
어씨, 그럼 라이플이 맞추기 어렵네. 아, 이거 잘못 죽었다. 쌍권총으로 갈 거야.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy,
쌍권총으로.
that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna cut you a new one!
Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
오만하고 반반하면서 서투른 놈이래.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
상대방이 총을 뽑았을 경우
Man that you
오케이
killed
오케이.
in a fair
아,
fight.
오케이.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. Stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
생수 맞았네. 아니고.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
에피소드 1 빌리 덕키.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid. It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm.
근데 일로 도망갈 수가 있어?
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
청소기 왜 이렇게 까리하게 주노?
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let a kid get away. Anybody see him?
오 뭐야?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass! Get the window! Can't have gotten far!
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
Where'd he get you?
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
I got this! Get your headstone!
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
That town's going to hell in a handbasket!
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Respect for decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
깜짝이야.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun.
Get the women off the street! Don't let them get away! On yourselves! How the hell did he get away? Take him down! We
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
뭔가 멋있지가 않네. 내가 못해서 그런가.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
감사용.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
아 이거 착하다가 어떻게 했는데.
I did my best to help those poor bastards. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they did.
나 인디언 같아.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of
아
nowhere,
인디언 같구나.
and there never seemed to be an end to it.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force.
아
See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the
아니
cowboys.
초점을 잘
He and
모르겠네.
Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
어 뭐야?
Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
어떻게 하라고? 아, 살아남으라고?
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
뭐가 안 돼?
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Stand and fight, coward!
도망쳐.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
No one will ever fight you here!
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
다이너마이트.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at
다이너마이트.
them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins. I yelled out at the top of my lungs. Oh, Clanton! I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
나왔다. 선인장 달려나가는 거 많아.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
간단하네.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Okay, right.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Somebody's coming.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. First, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brooks.
Herb's coming!
Get ready, boys.
God damn you!
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
총 장전한 거 너무 짜증나네.
Kill that stupid son of a bitch!
조금 좀더 보기 싫고.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
세공된 레인저?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was. There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed,
오우, 많다.
and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Send him to hell!
아, 생각보다 좋지가 않아.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have been.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
반통신 뭐?
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
아,
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
사원들이 왜 백발백중으로 싸우려는지 이제 알겠네. 이거 한번 장전하면 아주 제 계속 싸우는구나.
Can't believe you keep missing.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
아유. 내가 쓴 함정 내가 죽었네.
I'm impregnable.
어허.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
뭐야?
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
출쟁 시킨대.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me on the oath.
You fight for them, you dance together. You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? Come on out, son. Get me out here. Show yourself, coward.
나왔다.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
저 수염은 어떻게 기른 거야?
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
괴물.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
찾았다.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn dead. Who the hell is that?
My late father pointed out to me more than once. God made men. Samuel Colt made them equal.
오 뭐야? 개 멋있음.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments. Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's son.
아씨, 저거 너무 멋있네.
Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors. Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone-cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individual. I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. I thought I was some kind of hero. I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense.
갑자기 다리가 생겼노.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Time to blow your shit up. Now you're really pissing me off.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell.
It's you or me.
아, 샷건 너무 안 좋네, 진짜.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
You ain't beefing me. I will drop you down a mine shaft.
돌아갔네.
You must be about out of bullets.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come. With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
Get him! You ain't beefing me.
야, 씨, 빗나가면 그냥 끝나는 거구나.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tube.
Oh, shit.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
오. 와.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder
그냥 이게
way
스토리구나.
into the mine from the opposite side.
아, 오지네.
It was a long way around, but that approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution, because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I needed to make a leap of faith, which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell. I was determined not to give up, however. That Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head will go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water. But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder. I wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise. I was warmed up already, so what the hell? Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
Catch this, you son of a bitch! This day is just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
You can shoot! What can you aim? They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! Yeah! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out! I'm going full meaningful on your ass. You must be about out of bullets. This is our goal now.
that's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
So, did you finally...
이건 여기까지. 왜 이렇게 시작되냐? 뭐 왜 또 영문으로 돼 있어? 뭐야, 왜 이래?
Sega.
됐다. 깜짝 놀랐네. 아이씨. 이거 있어.
was a red dawn the morning our Tiger tank first arrived on the front lines.
First Schwerer Panzerabteilung 503 reports T-34s entering our sector.
Confirm. Load APC rounds. Hold motor.
Hydraulic takeoff 600 PS to join. Target acquired.
Fire at will.
There she is. Come to Papa. Round up. Shot out.
Bernd, radio HQ. The Stahlvormund has 2 more kills.
Jawohl. I have a pack 1 kilometer out.
Engage.
Turning turret. Go around. Round loaded.
It was there on the Eastern Front we made a name for ourselves. By the spring of '44, we had been redeployed to the Western Front, France. I gave orders to move at first light, directing the bulk of my Panzer company ahead to point 213. The Stahlvormund was moving slowly. We had engine trouble.
Brand new motor that runs like Scheiße. Just keeps the turret powered. Great. Turret for target to be cut free. Tight!
Britische Panzergruppen!
Confirmed. Gefechtsbereit. Ready for combat. Achtung, Tigergruppe. Reminds me of farm. Down motor to 400 PS. Oh. Schnell. Time to move. 80. Panzer motor to 450 PS. Keep it together, crew. Loaded. I do what I can. Time to move.
저 한 대밖에 없는
No, no.
튀어나오는
Time to move. Roger. Day will be ours. Next target. Loaded. Loaded. Next target. Loaded. Loaded. Keeping her idle. Panzer motor rev. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Move this thing. Forward target. What was that? What's happening to the Tiger? The motor has stalled out. Just give me a moment. Keep this tank running. We can't afford a breakdown now. Yes, Herr Hauptmann. 9 rounds here. Schultz, engage all enemy vehicles coming down the road. Don't let them pass. Schultz, eliminate target. Loaded. Loaded. Watch for tracers. Gearbox in order. Ready. Starting engine. Contact. Loading round. For the fatherland, man. Destroy the British. Fire at will. Action stations. Prepare for contact. Coming. Hold on. Drive. Brand new target. Enemy through. Hello, moving to red! That's it, Tigergruppe. Keep up the energy. Are we on the gas? Convoy destroyed. Excellent, men. Headquarters will be delighted. AP!
The fools act as if they've won the war already. We'll prove them wrong. Bernd, radio silence. Get ready on the Hallam G. Lietzke, be ready to load specified rounds. Schultz, target enemy panzers and packs.
Make every round count. Strike hard and clear the village of all enemy armor.
한 대로.
Crush the bastards while they're down! Got it. I do what I can. How engine, move those infantry under threat. Destroy the armor! Crush all those civilian vehicles, and I'll give you 10 marks. Prepare for move! Take out that infantry! Does anyone else want to destroy those civilian vehicles? Let's have some fun, Tiger Cobra. Cannon loaded. Are out to mortar! Contact anti-tank guns! Eliminate them! Load it! Load it! Load HE and ready Canona. More British armor ahead. Stay alert. Take it. Turning fire. Move out. Eliminate structure. Move out. Stand also gun. Motor to 450 PS. Infantry approaching! Taking fire! Infected! Loaded! Loaded! Ausrücken! Ready load! Ready to round! Ready gun to move! Motor confirming. Make ready to go to move! I'll be there soon. Tommy Cooker! Ready to be! Nice shot, Sean! Keep moving! Taking heavy fire from the right! Back that one up! Loaded! Loaded! Joey thinks he can win! Hit! Loaded! Engine at full power! Ausrücken! Left flank, heavy fire! Watch him shoot, enemy panzers ahead. Move! Move out! Make ready the gun tank nearby, ready the cannon! Tiger motor moving out. Checking manifold pressure. Let's move out! Tiger motor moving out. Rifle fire! We can't afford a breakdown now. Next target! Your eyes open, move out! Power off the motor! We need repairs! Troy, get on it! Look out, eliminate! Your eyes open, move out! Oh no, move out! Engine, move out! Drive! Ha! Tommy Cooker! Ready AP! Oh no, move it to range! Motor to 400 PS! Navigating. Troy, get this tank moving! You won't be earning any medals slaughtering poor Tommy! Fire V12! Engine at full power! Motor to 400 PS! Oh no, engine status! Take motor to 400 PS! Oh no, get us moving! Keep this tank running! We can't afford a breakdown now! For dump, we've got Tommies with AT weapons! Load armor-piercing round lead scare. Oh no, get us over there! Taking fire! Infantry section destroyed! Make it off! Message received. Move, Tiger, go back! Move, Tiger, go back! Go!
아 어딨냐 대문체포가 하나 와서
Go! Let's go! Right. Let's go!
하나가 안 보여.
Take us over there! Cooker spotters, ready rounds! His left flank, heavy fire! Eliminate any remaining panzers, Tiger Hooper. Oh no, drive! We can't do this! Excellent! All enemy packs eliminated, Tiger Hooper. Hooker eliminated! Critical fire from the rear! Oh no, engine status! Panzermotor ist failing! Starter was down! Verdammt nochmal, get it fixed, mach schnell! There's 6 Frenchmen pissing on our tank. Hooker down! Troy, get this tank moving! You won't be earning any medals slaughtering poor Tommy! Checking manifold pressure! Grenade smoke cover! Launch the smoke barrage! Schnell! Exhaust clean! Here it is! Clogged fuel filter! Just give me a minute! Schnell, schnell! Quickly! Ready! Starting engine! Taking heavy fire from the right! Come on, mein Fräulein! Give Papa some love! Yes! You big bastard! Congratulations, Oberschütze Schroef. You drive the tank for another day. Enemy Panzer knocked out! Move! Schnell! Move it! Tiger aufrücken! Move it! heilige Scheiße! Skill like this doesn't come easy. Firefly knocked out.
Train broken, mister! Power turret! Sighting new target! Go down! Get out! He don't run! Load! Load! Stand down! Load the cannon! Achtung! Follow you! Grab munitions and mid bags! Deploy smoke! Tiger Robert! Abandon tank!
도망치는 거 봐. 진짜 겁나 리얼하게 뛰네.
Take one of the side roads. Man down, man down! Distribute med pads, schnell! Fall in. Auftragseingang.
He can't fight every British officer. Sometimes discretion is a better part of valor. Dress off for march. Yes, Hauptmann, sir.
Ausrücken! Macht schon! Better than saying round up all the fucking time. Move out! Moving on the contact! Hits their target!
Rapid raid! Rapid raid! He shouldn't get too engaged! They'll bring reinforcements!
From cover to cover! Schnell! Ausrücken! Macht schon! Tigergruppe, move orders. Dress off for march. Bernd, get down. Dress off for march. Marching order. Spread out. Keep your eyes open and move.
The British here are digging in. We need to soften the fools before they get settled. Bernd, mark those emplacements and call in artillery.
Keep your eyes open and move.
Fall in.
Now is the time to bless soldier! We need to get back in attack!
Yes, go ahead.
Adjust fire! Adjust fire!
Jawohl! Tigergruppe moving.
Rapid right on Tommy!
Jawohl!
He shouldn't get too engaged! They'll bring reinforcements! Mark that grid point!
2분이야 2분? 너 제시한 시간 너무 긴데.
Anti-tank gun eliminated.
Marching order. Spread out.
Regiment destroyed! Mark another one for Germany!
Schnell! Time to move out! Tiger Grouper, move orders! Exert den Fraktoren, Litske! Marching order. Spread out. Fire at will!
야 이게 들켜버리네.
Move as ordered! Hit the infantry section! Adjust fire! Adjust fire! Target at will! Jawohl! Moving under contact! Jawohl! Tiger Group are moving!
Move from cover to cover.
Abschnitt! Mark! Sector marked! Move as ordered! Jawohl!
Let's go.
Excellent! Targets eliminated! Point 213! Now, schnell!
Watch for Tommy. Schnell, follow me.
Moving under contact!
Ready bound.
All teams, new target, MG! Rapid race on Tommy! Panzerfaust, schnell! Hit the infantry section! Find cover! Fire on that sniper! Get his head down! Move as ordered!
Move. Ready bound. Schnell, follow me. Move, Tigergruppe!
There! Hit that MG! Tigergruppe! Panzerfaust! Patience, Tigergruppe!
Hit the infantry section!
Requesting new target, sir!
Right, cover that point! Bloody hell! Rapid rate on Tommy! Take targets of opportunity! We can do this! Move! Jawohl! Move!
Tiger Grouper, moving out.
Sturm! Schnell!
Blocked on exit. What do we do? Don't talk, find another route.
Tigergruppe in the Quebec! Schnell! Jawohl! Tigergruppe moving!
Yeah, break silence. Get HQ on the radio. We need artillery support to cover our retreat, now! Tigergruppe, back to HQ. Update division on our status.
오케이, 오늘 여기까지 내려봅시다.